I'm here on Miss Gil. She's set for a bond today, and
Is she in
so
custody?
she is. Yes, Your Honor. And she has one pending felony, but she's out. She already has she's out on a bond for that one already. She just has no bond set in this case.
I see bond sets. I see the FSGI is at 1,000. Yeah.
Okay. I talked
It
to
must have just gotten set. I don't know.
Okay. Is it a PR bond?
No. It's a
Okay.
sure.
Okay, then if we could review it today, is that possible?
Absolutely. Do
Okay.
you mind, Deputy, that you going? Do you need a translator?
No.
Do you mind me bringing up Miss Gill? All right. Good morning, Miss Gill.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I wanted to bring you out because we're talking about you, and it's only fair that you get to hear what's transpiring since these are your cases.
Yes, sir.
I want you to know, I don't know anything about your case. All I know is that you've now, as of 3/26, yesterday, you picked up a failure to stop and give information. What happened? Or, well, hold on. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay.
On March 25th, 2025, officers were dispatched to 15357 Wallaceville Road in Tarrant County, Texas, regarding an FSGI call. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with the complainant, who stated that she followed the defendant after the defendant's vehicle hit her twice and failed to stop and give information. The complainant stated that she was driving southbound on the East Sam Houston Parkway, and the defendant failed to drive in her lane and sideswiped her, causing the vehicle damage to the right side panel of the defendant's vehicle. The complainant stated that she blew her horn several times for the defendant to stop, and the defendant refused. The complainant followed for approximately 3 miles to 15242 Wallaceville Road, and the complainant and the defendant exited their vehicle, and the complainant told the defendant that she hit her vehicle and needed insurance information. The defendant then told the complainant no, and that she was getting something to eat. The defendant went inside the business, exited, and then entered her vehicle and attempted to drive away. The complainant blew her horn several times to get the defendant to stop and told her the police were coming, but the defendant ignored the complainant. The defendant then began to put her vehicle in reverse and proceed backwards, hitting the complainant's vehicle a second time. The
So
complainant,
are you telling me that now it was intentional?
the complainant moved her vehicle to avoid being hit and followed the defendant. The complainant flagged the police down to identify the defendant as the person who struck her vehicle. The estimated damage from the complainant was around $4,000, and the defendant stated she didn't stop because she was hungry and colored.
And what?
Colored.
Color.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you look up to see if she has a valid Texas driver license?
Yes.
Ms. Gill, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Not only are you on a felony probation for assault of a peace officer, not only are you on felony probation for injury to a child under 15, but you pick up, after both of those, an evading arrest in a motor vehicle, and now an FSGI. I am taking away your privilege to drive. You will now be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive in violation of this affidavit, I will have a contempt. I can have a contempt hearing. I can have a contempt.
After.
Finish.
I'm so
please.
sorry.
Finish.
I'm a commercial driver.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You, if you do have a CDL,
Sorry, that is correct. She does have a valid CDL.
are held to an even higher standard because of that CDL. You now have a total of 4 open cases, one of those being this FSGI and an evading arrest in a motor vehicle. I am taking away your privilege to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. I truly am at a loss with the attitude.
Okay.
Truly.
Okay.
In this case here, not only do we have an FSGI, but it's also alleged that you backed up and hit the person intentionally. Because allegedly hungry and covered. So now, this is an affidavit, and I hope that you take it seriously. Because if you don't, there will truly be disastrous consequences. Miss Gil, I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand?
I understand you, Your Honor.
May I make argument for a PR bond, Your Honor? She's made a bond in the felony already. And even with the affidavit to not drive, I expressed to her that that was a possibility of a bond condition. I've spoken with her. She has family members who can help her get to and from court. She's a single mother of 2 children. She has lived at this address here in Houston for the past 5 years. She lives with her mother. She lives with her younger brother. Has lived in Harris County her entire life. And she has, in these felonies, she's actually applied to be put in mental health court because during this incident and the felonies, she was unmedicated and she has a history of mental health diagnoses. And so as a client of the Harris County Public Defender's Office, we have every intention of getting her treatment for those mental health issues. But she's already made a bond in the felony, and she is willing to abide by any condition that this court will impose on her. It's down to the difference between $0 and $100. And
So I appreciate your argument. She's technically, you are right on bond. My feeling is that these felony courts probably do not know that she has now picked up this case yet. So I don't know what, if anything, they're going to do when they do discover this. I find, Ms. Goucher, right? Is that what, Ms. Goucher? I really appreciate your argument going to bat for her, but I think with her demeanor, her attitude, her reckless and wanton action on the road, is that you are a danger to the public, and your bond is now set at 1,000, and I'm going to raise it to 5 because I think that you really are a danger to the public, and your attitude shows us and tells me that, hey, I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's it. And that's always, I mean, really,
don't say anything.
how many people died this weekend on the road because of the reckless and wanton actions? All we want are our streets to be safe.
You're not helping me, Your Honor. You're not helping
Don't say
me.
anything.
I'm struggling. I'm a single mom, and I've been struggling with the courts for years already, and I'm tired of this. Okay? I was beat, okay, in front of my children, and I was thrown on the ground like an animal, okay? And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of all of this, okay? In front of my children. My children have trauma, okay? And I have no insurance for the medication, and I have not been on the medication. I'm trying to get the insurance to get on the medication.
Ms. Gill,
Okay.
I understand that, but at some point, your actions become your own, right?
You don't understand. I'm colored. You don't understand me. You don't understand me. If I was a different color, you would. And it's true.
That's so
It's
not.
so true. It's so true. And you know this. You know what I'm talking about.
I call out discrimination when I see it on a daily basis, ma'am. I don't care who it is. I don't care what color. If they're a small farm animal, I don't care. I call it when I see it. The only thing, because I don't know them. The way I get to know them is paper. And they tell me what happens in the case. And from what I see here and what has transpired here within the last 10 minutes, really?
Officer Harris did not read me my rights.
Well, I will let,
They've been mishandling me like this for years already, okay? I have the right to tell you this. And I'm telling you, she did not read me my rights. She just shoved me behind the officer car. I did not get a voice to speak out anything.
yes,
She just brought me to jail.
you guys speak about that. I'll tell you, look, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave your bond at $1,000 now.
Was the judge right to focus strictly on her actions, priors, and attitude when deciding the bond and the no-drive order? Or should her mental health, trauma, and family situation have led to a lower bond or a PR bond so she could get treatment faster? Drop your honest take in the comments. No hate, just real discussion. What would you have done if you were the judge?
All right, I'm not gonna raise it to 5, but I can't continue to give you a PR bond.
Terminated from employment too,
Listen,
okay?
do not drive. It's the only thing I'm asking you to do.
I'm a commercial driver.
Don't pick up a new
Yes,
case.
sir. Yes, sir.
And just, all right. Come on. Justin, I didn't want you to leave because I know you've been waiting.
Oh, no. I heard here, his appearance, was required today. We submitted the mitigation packet. I just submitted it. I've been waiting to hear back from Blaze on some things.
22 and 23.
So, all right,
But he said, go ahead. I showed him what we had. He said, go ahead and send that. He's still gonna have the conversation with those guys about the other
so
things.
you haven't sent it back.
No, I've sent it. He should have it. Yep, I sent it to all the appropriate people.
So we'll give you a couple weeks. I'll waive it for the next one because we're just gonna get a response, okay? If he's approved, then
I'll
he's gotta be
here.
here. So we can do a
Okay.
TRAS. Okay?
Oh, right.
So if it's not approved by the next 2 weeks and it's still in limbo.
I'll let you know. Okay.
The only reason we'd have him come is so we can start moving, right? So if it's approved, then we need him here so we can do a
Are you
TRAS.
able to do like a T-Raz that day, like a walk-in?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll send him and do a walkthrough. Well, that's why we have him come so we can just get it right done.
Yeah, no, it's a hardship for him.
Pick a day, 2 weeks, and then waive it.
Gotcha.
It's not it's
In limbo.
still pending.
Yep,
If it's no, or if it's yes, then he's gotta be here.
gotcha.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, Judge.
have fun.
Here on Mr. Jermaine Mallard.
Is it Mallard?
Yes, sir. I wanted to approach about his bond conditions to see if we can get those amended. Currently, he's required to do the random drug and alcohol test. He has a GPS monitoring with the curfew from 9 to 6, and he has a scram device. I wanted to see if he could get the GPS monitor removed and have the curfew removed. He does work. His work hours are from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., sometimes 8 p.m., depending on the day. But he also needs time to travel to and from work. He also supports 4 kids.
Time do you want?
I'm sorry.
What time do you want again?
I was asking for it to be removed.
I mean, it's a DWI second. It's got, I need to do a deeper dive. So if you want to give me a second, we can talk further, but I've got a waiver real quick. Let me help him out and then I can do a deeper dive. I put it on there for a reason. It's only been, not even 2 weeks. So let me do a deeper dive to see why, because I don't remember.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember anything about the case. So if you don't mind, please.
On March 1st, 2025, at approximately at 11 p.m., the officers were dispatched to a 911 call regarding a motor vehicle stopped on the road with a male in the driver's seat passed out at the 300 block of North 8th Street in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped on the road facing the wrong side, forcing multiple motor vehicles to drive around the defendant. The officer observed the defendant's engine on, with the defendant sitting in the driver's seat, appearing to be sleeping or passed out, with the motor vehicle in drive and the defendant's foot on the brake. The officer observed an open container of.
Come up, Mr. Mallard. Just kind of rewind about
Sure.
3 sentences, please, when he's up here.
All right. Officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped on the road facing the wrong side, forcing the motor.
Going the wrong way down the street.
Stopped on going the wrong way, yes. Forcing multiple motor vehicles to drive around the defendant. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle to be on, with the defendant sitting in the driver's seat, appeared to be sleeping or passed out. The motor vehicle was in drive with the defendant's foot on the brake. The officer observed an open container of Bacardi rum, a 750 milliliter bottle, approximately 10% full, sitting in the front right passenger seat. The officer attempted to wake the defendant unsuccessfully, which led to the officers being forced to break the defendant's front right window to get into the motor vehicle due to the doors being locked. The officer placed the motor vehicle in the park, and the defendant was asked to step out, and he immediately fell to the ground. The officer observed slurred speech, red bloodshot eyes, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and poor balance. The defendant refused SFSTs. The defendant advised that he had not consumed any alcohol beverages and wished to speak to ask for his lawyer, and was loudly repeating no comment to all questions. The defendant was read the DIC, and he refused breath, and a blood warrant was signed. The defendant was transported to HCA Southeast ER to obtain the blood, and the defendant
I think I'm good.
Your Honor, this gets into resisting,
Oh, okay.
which I understand if you
That's okay.
but it is. So the officer the defendant refused to exit the vehicle, even though the officer was asked him multiple times. The officer had to physically guide the defendant out. The defendant stopped walking while walking to the emergency room with the officer, and advised that he wanted to go to the VA hospital. The officer advised the defendant that he had a search warrant, and the defendant refused to move. The officer grabbed the defendant's upper arm and again advised the defendant of the search warrant, and again he refused to move. The officer then advised the defendant that if he had to pull him inside, that he'd face additional charges. Again, the defendant refused to move. The defendant advised he wanted to go to the VA hospital and tried pulling away into the direction to the entrance of the hospital. The defendant went dead weight and laid on the ground outside and refused to move and screaming at the top of his lungs, "Someone help me." The officers had to be assisted by hospital security and placing the defendant into a wheelchair and transport him to the hospital, and blood was drawn with the assistance of 3 officers holding the defendant down.
Mr. Mallard, do you watch the news?
Yes, sir.
How many people died this weekend due to an alcohol-related collision?
The one that comes to mind, sir, is the softball team. Her mom, her dad passed. It's in critical condition right now. That's the latest one that I did see, sir.
There were at least 3, if not 4, different accidents this weekend where people died. There was in Galveston an entire family that was cut down because of an alcohol-related collision of a person who allegedly just completed a DWI intervention course here, and a couple months later goes out and then decimates an entire family. In this here now, you pled to a DWI not 3 months ago with above a 0.15. Now you hear on another one, there's alcohol allegedly in the car, the wrong way on the street, completely passed out to where. There is a reason why I do things in life. I don't do it just for shites and giggles. I want to protect my community at all cost. And I think that it is an appropriate condition to not have you near the car. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All I care about in this short life is protecting my community. And I'm going to try to do it at all costs. I understand that it may be a hardship to you, but sometimes in life, things are learned when they're faced with difficulty. And now I do not want you out in the middle of the night, and I don't want you near a car. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Perhaps in some time, because I'm not an a-hole. I try not to be, right? But it's been 2 weeks since you've picked up this DWI. I shudder to think, do you have the blood back yet?
No, I did not have to get back yet.
Before anything, even remotely getting near, I want to see some proactivity on your part.
Yes, sir.
But you coming up here and saying, woe is me, goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. I care about my community. That's what I care about. That's what matters most to me. And I'm going to protect it at all costs.
Got it.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So I am willing to work with you on the hours if you need hours to work, but I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please.
And just to let you know, he has started attending AA meetings. He's been attending for the past couple of weeks every night, virtually. One of the facilities that offer the AA meetings, they do offer it, is it at 10?
It's at 9:30.
At 9:30. But his curfew would need to be extended out a little bit more, that too.
You can do it at all times during the day. You can do it remotely. You can do it via Zoom. You can do it online. I don't want you out at night. It's not going to happen. Because then if I let you out at 9:30 at night, well, I need an hour to get back home. And then now it goes to 10:30. I'm not going to do it. Their AA meetings are literally all day, every day. You just have to find it. You have to be creative. That's why we have computers. That's why we have the internets to be able to help you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Roberson, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. So this was, they applied for PTI and were denied. Is that what?
Yes, Judge.
What was the reason for the denial?
Due to prior criminal history out of state.
Any prior DWIs?
Yes, out of Louisiana.
How many?
One.
What happened on that case?
The,
Took a time served, you know?
let me see, Louisiana is tricky in terms of how we can view their criminal history.
Please, please. If she has a prior conviction for DWI, Brock, I'm not doing this. I can't.
From my understanding, Your Honor, it wasn't a DWI, the prior conviction. I think it was something alcohol related, but I don't think it was a DUI or DUI.
I'm having them look.
I mean,
I believe we would have to reach out to the agency out in Louisiana to find out what the discrimination that was.
Kayla, do you mind running a PSR on Miss Roberson, please?
Because I can also reach out to Hazel and I heard that our see that connection on it.
What does it say there? Does it say?
It says the container vehicle operating vehicle while intoxicated, security shields. I don't know this position, but those are, so we can reach out to shoot there, but I'll get everything. Figure out the information on those cases.
Okay. Brock,
yes, sir.
I need time.
Okay.
You need to
How long do
understand
you,
something, that I take this extremely seriously. And when I have someone who continually picks up DWIs, no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. It's not going to happen. I have the ability to accept or reject a plea bargain agreement. If I reject it, then you will be allowed to withdraw your plea and we can either set up a trial or renegotiate something, but I'm not going to continue to do the same thing in hopes that, well, I hope nothing happens in the future. It's not going to happen. So I guess what we can do is, you want to roll it till Monday, Brock?
she's coming from Dallas. Remember, this is the one that's coming from Dallas, Your Honor. So
Okay, so
I've
I
been
guess
trying
let's,
to keep her coming back and forth because she's been coming almost every week.
So Brock,
So
I didn't know this.
and Judge, we're reaching out to Lafayette Powers right now, seeing the information that we're going to stand out.
Okay, just can you chat me your cell phone? And then
Yes,
I
Your
can
Honor.
reach out to you when we have something.
sounds good, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sorry.
Please tell me her criminal history as you see it, because I don't understand why the county can't get me a version of criminal history that I can see. It sucks, but I don't understand why I have to rely on others. Please enlighten me with her criminal history.
You know, just a caveat here, anything Louisiana, we're gonna have to go to their website trying to figure it out because Louisiana and the CIC does not issue dispositions.
Yes.
I get it, but at least let me know how much criminal history she has.
She has no history in Harris County, so see no judge. And then out of Florida, I see a resisting
In Florida.
that, yes, out of Florida, that looks like it was a pretrial diversion. And then out of Louisiana, yes, there is all the dispositions are unknown, as they say this.
Sure.
The manufacturing of a controlled substance, failure to obey traffic signals, resisting arrest, failure to, open container in a vehicle, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, and battery of a police officer. So those are all the things that I see, but I don't know anything about
So Brock, it looks like the OUI was dismissed, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
The operating,
I went to the Lafayette County website on the misdemeanors that I'm able to see, and they all are, they all look like they are dismissed. Hilarious.
at what point do we need to get your attention to realize that we are serious about public safety? What do we need to do to get your attention? Because it obviously continues to happen.
Oh, yeah.
But you now stand charged with yet another DWI. Brock,
I'm here, Your Honor. Hello?
yeah. Here's
Yeah,
what
so I'm
going
saying
to-
I'm here.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Brock. I am going to follow this agreement, but you will be required to pay the DPS fines and fees and all the court costs in this case. And if you fail to pay it, for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. You're going to roll out of here with about $3,500 in surcharges and fines and fees. So I hope that this is the
Yeah.
way to call. Yeah,
Your Honor, if you don't mind, so she just recently found out that she's pregnant. That's the reason why she wanted to do the time served, because of the travel back and forth and due to the pregnancy. I don't want there to be some kind of financial impediment if she is not able to work after having the baby or prior to, a couple of months before the baby. So that's the only reason why I'm saying something, Your Honor.
then
regarding
I mean, with her
surcharges.
criminal history, with her rich criminal history, then I don't think I'm gonna do this then. Because, she has a prior one, I get that it's dismissed. She has a prior manufacturing delivery, resisting arrest, battery on a police officer. Now we have a DWI.
Yes, Your Honor.
You tell me, but the continued slaps on the wrist, stop. I don't know how to get your attention. I'm hoping that this is the way. But you can go talk to your lawyer, figure out what you want to do. But I'm not down with it continuing to happen. All I want is my public to be safe. And I'm going to try to do it in the best way that I can. So if you'd like, you can, step outside, talk to your lawyer, and we can just revisit it, and you just tell me when you're ready. Please.
Your Honor, is it possible that you want the fines and the fees? That's fine, Your Honor, but can we at least waive the DPS fees, Your Honor? We do either or. instead of both.
No,
I
I'm
just don't
not
want
gonna,
to set her up,
if
Your
we
Honor, when
do a
she's right
time
back in front
served
of
on
you.
this case, I'm not gonna waive it. Rob,
Well, I don't want to set her up, Your Honor, where she's right back in front of you with those fees,
I
Your
will
Honor.
give,
That's
I
the only
will
reason
give
I'm
her
asking.
2 years to pay, and it ends up being like $30 to $40 a month.
Okay, yeah, with 2 years to pay, then that should be fine, Your Honor.
So you wanna go talk to her and see?
Yeah, tell her to give me a call right now.
There are two very important lessons that you need to learn here after you walk out. The first one is your record sucks. It's not good. You ever get pulled over in a car, an officer's going to see OUI, DWI, this. Do you think that they're going to treat you well? Do you think that they're going to take it to the third degree on you whenever you get pulled over? If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, the slightest thing, don't get into a car because you're taking a huge risk, not only with endangering the public, which is what I care about, but you, because you, with your record, you'll be going probably right back to jail. And what we're doing today, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Don't matter what you pick up from now on in misdemeanor court. Do you understand? The reason we're doing this is because I want to get your attention. Obviously, it has not worked in the past, and I'm hoping that this will. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. It will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life, even thereafter you die. Do you understand? I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days because of this plea. What are this? How much are court costs?
And the fine was set at 3,000?
Yeah. It's not above a 15, is it?
No. You need to do more.
I know it's not pled as such, but I'm curious. Is it above a 15?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it really?
The second one was actually below 0.15. That's why they've been pleaded as a 0.15.
Was it a 15 and a 14, or what was it?
It was, blood, it was a 0.161.
It was blood at a 16, Brock.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I got it
Had
confused.
they repled this, it would be a $4,500 surcharge that you would be responsible for. Now, it's only a $3,000 surcharge. 3,420. You will be required to pay $3,420. I will give you a 2-year payment plan. If you don't pay, I will issue a warrant. And for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day. Do you understand? So don't take this as a joke. All right. I'll have you, or how do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, Ms. Roberson.
Would you take 2 days credit toward your court costs?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Brock.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll be excused.
Take care, man.
Have a great day.
You too.
So I only got one new one today. She's in custody. It's an Amanda Eldridge. It's a PCS. Looks like she's already had prior to this an MAJ that was filed for the same type of, possibly same type.
Oh, I see it, Eldridge.
Eldridge, page 29.
I have to set a bond. It looks like it's at no bond now.
Okay.
Do you mind bringing up Miss Eldridge, please?
Thanks, Jen. It looks like she's, reintegration court.
He's on felony probation now out of the two.
Yeah, and I looked at the MAJ. I don't know if felony's going to amend it because it did not list the new law violation. It had missed meetings.
She has court April 9th, so it looks like they've already done something.
Okay.
Let me see.
Maybe he just. And he did just sign some check. Joshua Rosas?
So a motion was filed on 3/10 of this year.
I'm having signed for the bond condition, it's just signed for the bond. Like sign up later.
And the bond is set at 10,000 upstairs. Kayla, do you mind if I get a PSR on Miss Eldridge here, please? She's in custody. Obviously. All right, good morning, Miss Eldridge. I'm bringing you out because we're talking about you. It's only fair that you hear what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you stand charged with us with possession of a controlled substance. I don't know what's happened in your case. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I've appointed you a lawyer. Your lawyer is here with you, but he's on Zoom, so that you know you're not here alone. Greg,
Lawyer first?
sorry,
May I talk to my lawyer first?
I'm okay with that.
Call the
Yeah.
back, Judge.
What number do you want him to call?
You gotta get the other number on that.
3198.
Call 3198, and then as soon as you're done, come back and then we can, I guess, do probable cause at that point.
What are the first numbers? I always forget, Judge.
It's 927, 832-927.
Okay, got it. Should I give it a few minutes? They got to take her.
I guess I should have chatted.
Oh, and Judge, I did send you a direct message when you get a chance.
Yeah, all right. You know, I'm kind of slow sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it's
I
more
guess
for the
just so you know.
reset, just so you
Let me know
know.
after you're done.
So,
So, Ms. Eldridge, we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On March 23rd, 2025, at approximately 3:05 p.m., officers responded to a theft at Nordstrom Rack. The officers gave a description of the vehicle involved in the theft, and the officer located the vehicle, which was occupied by a male and female. The officer asked the defendant if she had any property inside the vehicle, and the defendant stated that she had a purse. The officer asked for consent to search the purse, and the defendant granted permission. The officer located a bottle of what they knew to be Mexican Xanax, which was approximately 9 grams. The defendant stated that she had a prescription, but was not able to produce it. Based on the circumstances and the defendant's previous drug charges, the officer believed that she did not have a prescription.
May I respond, Your
I
Honor?
don't know.
Sorry?
Were they just in the street in the car?
They were inside the vehicle that was identified by them as the vehicle for the theft. So
I guess I missed that there was a theft.
they were dispatched to Nordstrom for a theft.
Okay,
They went to Nordstrom. They were advised that
those are the people.
to give a description of the vehicle that was involved in the theft. They located the vehicle. They were found in the vehicle.
Anyone
Your
else?
Honor, if I may, Your Honor.
Shh. Say it again?
Can I say something real quick, Your Honor?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no description of the vehicle. I mean, there's not specific articulable facts here. Just a white vehicle. We saw a white vehicle. We pulled it over. No description of the people in the car.
It was
I'll have her read it for you.
a black 2015 Hyundai passenger car bearing Texas license plate KZD 1788.
Okay.
So we do have a description and a
I gave
license
a good
plate.
description of the car. Did anyone get arrested for the theft?
It doesn't look like anybody was charged with that. I don't have a could have been in here.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm gonna find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? So what should we do about bond, guys?
Well, Judge, so she tells me she does have a prescription. It's from Scott's In Midtown, what I found was Scott Reed's Pharmacy. There is one
It's
on.
Mexican, man.
How does the cop know that?
She
Really?
said it's Mexican sand.
Yeah. Okay. How does the cop know that?
Huh?
The cop sees a pill and goes, "Oh, this is from Mexico," or "This was in a lab."
It's based on previous work experience, Judge. So,
Yeah. Well.
I mean, go see what you can get, I guess, right? And then,
All right. Well, we'll do
I need to set a bond. We're at no bond right now, so I gotta set.
Okay, I'll do a motion, inspect evidence when I have time, and we'll go.
Yeah,
But that being said, Your Honor, she has a $10,000 bond on the felony that was set, and there's a chance she might have a script for this, and she says that they actually should have records of the.
What should we do about bond?
I mean, I would ask for. She's got a 10,000. I would see if the court would do a PR bond on this one. If there's she has to make the felony bond, and there's a chance she does have a script for this. She shouldn't even be in custody on this if that's true.
She was in absconded status as far as the felony is concerned. I think that she's a flight risk. So,
Well, and may I say something on that too, Your Honor?
sure.
On the MAJ, so she tells me she was reporting. She got switched probation officers. Again, I don't know the veracity of this. I'm just relaying. And so I'm showing that the address that was last reported, this is what they're claiming MAJ as well, was San Leon, Texas. So I don't know if there was a mix up in that where the probation office was, and I don't know if that may have, so I'm just throwing that out there, that may have been part of it.
What do you think for bond?
Judge, we'd oppose any PR bond. We'd ask for a security of any amount at your discretion.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll set bond at $1,500 surety.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not going to grant you a PR bond. I think that you're a flight risk and you're on felony probation. Regardless, you've not made the $10,000 bond upstairs. If you're able to make bond, we can come back and talk. But if you do, it's extremely important that you maintain contact with the lawyer here.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't, another warrant will issue here and it's just going to balloon and just get out of control. Okay? It looks like you have felony court on the 9th
Yes.
of next month. So what we can do is we can set you on the 10th, the following day, to see what happens there. We can't set you the same day, but we'll set you for the day after, and then we'll figure out how to go forward at that time. Oh, I don't know.
I can get on in the morning, Zoom, Your Honor, on the 10th.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so set it for the 10th and he can zoom in at that point
Okay.
for this case. And then, so I'll set bond at $1,500. Okay, man, good luck.
But yeah, she has a friend that might be making bond. She doesn't know yet. So if that plays out, obviously she's going to pop up here before.
Just come back and we can talk.
Okay,
you know.
thank you.
What's wrong?
Is Ms. Treadwell on the docket today?
She is.
Okay.
She's.
Did you guys, are we doing it today or what?
We would like to, Your Honor. So, I approached on Monday on this, and you granted us Santa Maria. I was mistaken in that Santa Maria allows children of Brianna's children's age there. So Brianna, she had been working with Santa Maria Hostel, and the LCDCs there had been speaking with her about the Women with Children program. And that's what I thought I was approaching on. Okay, the Woman with Children program. Apparently, Santa Maria and the Woman with Children program, Santa Maria, are not one and the same. And so that is what we would request. We want the Woman with Children program.
So the Women with Children program is a community residential program. She'll have to go through that process of getting enrolled there.
But that's not through Harris County.
That one's
No.
not through Harris
I can't, that's not something that we can,
Court order it is what we're saying.
we don't, it's not part of our like regimen, so to speak. There's not been you know, accepted to be part of like HUE, SATA, DDRP. That's their own thing, and so it's not geared for.
Okay, I need to sharpen up on that one. Yeah, I was understood. Okay. And so who Santa Maria via the 6-month program? Okay.
It all depends on her. It all depends on her. If she responds well to treatment, yeah. But if she doesn't and she puts up a fight or she's like defiant and not doing what she's supposed to be doing, then it could.
Well, she's been in a program for 2 months now, Your Honor. And I believe Ms.
I'm not
Treadwell
gonna,
would
I don't
like
want to do this again, and we've done this like literally.
Understood, but I guess at the least, Your Honor, if Ms. Treadwell could at least address the court,
No. Let me just get it done. Please. All right, so Ms. Treadwell, you're charged with 2 counts of driving while intoxicated. I think the agreement is they're going to dismiss 1, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is it 18 month this time or is it 15 month?
It is
18 months.
Okay, so Ms. Treadwell, like I said, you're charged with 2 counts of driving while intoxicated. You have worked out an agreement where they're going to dismiss one of those cases in exchange for your plea bargain agreement. On the second case, the agreement is 180 days in jail to be probated for 18 months. As part of this agreement, you will do a TRAS, which you have already done to comply with the TRAS conditions. You will do a DWI repeat offender education class, 4 victim impact panels, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you were pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, then you're in violation of this agreement. You must do no drugs, no alcohol, random testing, $100 on donation to the Houston Food Bank, 20 hours of community service. You do have children, right? I think that we would better serve a parenting class instead of the 20 hours of just mindless.
Yes.
Are you okay with that, Blaze? A parenting class in lieu of the community service? Okay. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accuser. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no turning around. There's no coming back. You are on a probation. If you violate this probation, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will be looking at 180 days in jail if you do. You understand? Okay. Does she have any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
This is just these 2?
These 2,
Okay.
yes.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? Okay, I'm gonna find you guilty. I'm gonna follow the agreement, sentence you to it. Now she's going into treatment. Does she go in now?
It's up to you. I can have her do a walkthrough or she can wait in custody. It's about a 2-month wait.
We would request if she can remain out in the community until.
Does she have a scram on now?
She does.
I don't know what device she has.
What's she have on now?
There's both scram and a GPS.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm okay with waiting on the outside. Just remember, you're still under bond condition while you're waiting. If you fail to turn yourself in, a warrant will issue and you're looking at a ton of time. You understand? So don't do anything you shouldn't do because it's only going to end up with a further sentence. You understand? Okay, so are you going to get in contact with her when the bed opens up and then she goes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Now, you need to understand for the rest of your life, when you get pulled over, all officers look are how many DWIs that you have. You ever have a funky smell in your car, whatever it is, it's probably not going to go well. So for the rest of your life, even if something magical happens where you're going out and you have half a glass of wine, don't get into a car. From now on, you're also facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You understand? Okay, good luck, man.
Courthouse, Judge?
You can run a CC. Okay, all right, good luck. Please sit.
Mr. Fleming, first name is Aiden,
Okay,
he is in the courtroom.
It's a DWI.
It is not. It is
It's a gun case.
gun in a car. There was a felony drug case that was filed, which made the gun a crime. The felony drug case has been dismissed.
Delays, balls in your court.
Yeah, so, Your Honor,
Was it pursuant to like a RIC or something like that, or?
It was pursuant to there being no lab report.
yes.
So what was allowed?
There is no lab
We don't have a
report.
lab report. So, I mean, I told against counsel, I mean,
What do you mean there's no lab?
we never got a lab report back on the underlying felony. So they dismissed it.
More common than you might think, Your Honor.
Really? What, I mean, does it just fall through the cracks? What the hell?
Judge,
Does the officer submit?
It's a matter of time, Your Honor. The labs are so backed up that the DA's office has just said,
Case that everybody's now, what's that case that everybody's citing now? Heath, is it Heath? Yeah, it's Heath, right?
Yes.
Is that the one
So
that's-
the thing with this though is that we don't, the difference with the labs is, the felony where you get screwed with the labs is you hit your indictment time and you're like, no, I'm glad that we can't do it. With Heath, I think technically because the lab reports aren't in our possession, is the DA's office or the state, it doesn't become a Heath issue. Like body cases would because the police are considered the state. You don't have a lot, but this case, it's more, you run a issue with the grand jury indictment in the timeline. And if you get it there on bond, you get 180, you don't have a lab report, you can't take that in a grand jury. At which point then they're by law.
well,
So
It
if
is-
we dismiss this case because there's no labs, how do we go forward?
That's what we're approaching.
we're asking you to reconsider probable cause, Your Honor.
Come up, Mr. Fleming. What was the alleged substance, cocaine?
It was.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
So, Mr. Fleming, you get one life. You don't get redos in this life. And I can tell you how many lives I've seen ruined because they party, try to have fun, and you unfortunately get something that's laced with fentanyl and then you die. Now, or worse, you become a lifelong addict and you start doing crazy ass things that you would never do just to feed the habit. I've seen people deteriorate before my eyes here because they get hooked, and it's just so sad, the stuff we've seen. Don't ruin your life. You only have one. You need to make the best of it. You get into school, get knowledge. Knowledge is power, and when you have knowledge, you can do things. That's how you make money. This life is about one thing: money. And when you have it, life is freaking great. When you don't, it freaking sucks. I'm telling you, don't waste it. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. Do something worthwhile. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay.
I've seen.
Good luck, Mr.
Excuse me.
Yes. Mr. Roberts, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 18 months. Is this right? You look confused.
No, he's only expecting the probation. He knows that he's not going to have to go to jail.
Right. So it's 180 days in jail. I probate that for 18 months. You will not go to jail as long as you fulfill the conditions in this case. As long as you fulfill conditions and you do everything you're supposed to, you don't test positive. We all do backflips. What goes wrong is when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You pick up a new case.
Sorry, the offer was for 15 months. I think I made a clerical error and wrote 18 months instead.
Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll fix
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's not a big deal. Let me ask you this. Was there an accident in this case?
There was, yes, well, he was asleep next to the train track. So yes, he was off of the road and had crashed through the train track.
It was his own vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no restitution to someone else?
Yes, sure.
That's my concern.
Yes.
Okay, because my concern is that if you do something to yourself or your vehicle, I don't care. If you do something to someone else, then I care. Right, so Hopefully, lesson learned, right? Hopefully, you don't get to where some people only learn the hard way. They got to hit rock bottom. They don't get it until they go into here, right? You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 15 month. You want me to?
I'll bring it out right now.
It's a 15-month probation. You need to understand that this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. You can never take it off. And this is important because from now on, I don't care if it's a year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years. If you get pulled over, officers will see that you're a prior DWI. If you smell like alcohol, if you smell like dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. From now on, after today, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand, Mr. Roberts?
Yes, sir.
For you to successfully complete this program, you must first do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. It could be supportive outpatient treatment. It could be, intensive outpatient. I don't know, but we have clinicians that will interview you to determine, is this the right type of program for you? What you must do is a DWI education class, 4 victim impact panels, no drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian interlock and a random urinalysis. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So that's why I said, because you give up this right to appeal, once you accept this agreement, there's no turning around. There's no, you know what, I changed my mind. I want to do something else. This isn't Target. You can return it. You understand? The other thing I want you to understand, Mr. Roberts, is that we all make mistakes. The idea is that you learn from the mistake. And the reason I'm telling you this is that DWI is humongous business in Texas. There's a $3,000 surcharge that attaches to you when you pick up a DWI. If you have a 0.15 or above, it's a $4,500 surcharge. If you don't pay it, you do 1 day in jail for every $100 that you owe. You asked me to waive this.
Yes, Honor, there's a bit of confusion because when I was talking to the district attorney's office, they said that they would waive the fine. So is this a different? Yes, sir, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, of
And
course.
the point that I'm trying to make, David, this is a first offense. We all make mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes where you're endangering other people's lives, a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. And a 30-day minimum jail stay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to get lit, if you want to have 52 shots of tequila, 35 joints, just don't get into a car. It's not hard. After the probation, you can't do it now. Do you understand?
So,
All right, how do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Can you look for his license to see whether it's suspended or not suspended, please? I'm not going to suspend your license. I don't know if your license is suspended now, though. We're going to look it up to see if it is.
It is suspended, Your Honor. It's not illegal.
Okay, so
He needs to just pay a reinstatement fee of $125 for him to.
is there an ALR suspension or no? You're not allowed to drive.
It is an ALR suspension.
When does it run, do you know?
Until June 10th, 2025.
So
We anticipate filing a request for occupational driver's license.
you can't drive now. If you drive, and I don't care what you got to do, I don't care where you got to go, I don't care if there's a burning building, you have to save 50 kittens. Don't drive. If you do, you're in violation of this probation. If you drove here, you cannot drive home. Do you understand? Don't do it. So I'm happy, file it and we can talk, but don't drive until you either get an occupation or get the license back. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
So because of that, he'll get a portable device. All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Farrar.
Thank you.
Good luck. You don't take things seriously. You don't take us seriously. You had your first bond violation report the beginning of March for failing to go take a drug test. And now a new one was filed because you now picked up a new case. We are going to do probable cause on your new case. You now stand charged with the offense of criminal trespass. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. As you see, your lawyer is here with you on Zoom now. Please.
On March 19th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to an assault in progress, unknown weapon at City Plaza condominiums in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, a security officer, stated that she saw the defendant walking around the security office, which the complainant found unusual. The complainant stated the defendant went near the exit gate and was waiting for someone to come and exit through the gate. It was waiting for someone to come and exit the gate so he can get inside the complex. Complainant stated someone exited from the gate and the defendant got into the complex. The complainant followed the defendant and told the defendant that he needs to leave the property because he was criminally trespassing at the property. The complainant stated that she told the defendant several times to leave the property, but the defendant did not listen. The complainant stated the defendant laid on the ground, the defendant stood up, the defendant started taking pictures of witnesses, and the complainant came in between witnesses' motor vehicles so the defendant could not take pictures of license plates. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license.
So at that point, do the cops come up there and they just arrest him there? Does it say? Does it take off?
Also, it does not state in the DIMS at what point he was arrested. Also, something that was missing from the summary was that a witness stated she saw the defendant punch the complainant and then they had a fight.
He punches someone.
That's what the DIMS states.
Mr. Gomez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case because of your failure to comply. Repeated failure to comply with your bond conditions. I now revoke your bond. He goes with you. James, I will leave the criminal trespass bond as is. The DWI now is at 5,002 and will stay at 5,002.
Yes, Judge. So he has a PR bond on the criminal trespass?
I don't. Let me see. No, he actually made a surety bond on the trespass. So I'm going to keep that as is.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Other case will, so Kayla, I need you to do me a favor on bond conditions for him. If he is released, he's to be released with a GPS monitor and he's not to go anywhere near the complaining witness and nowhere near this complex, 500 feet, please.
Yes.
On the trespass. All right, good morning, Mr. Sims, right? Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On March 16th, 2025, at 929 Gustin Road in Harris County, Texas, the Memorial Herman Tower NICU, the officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, the father of the child, was staying overnight at the NICU with their child. The complainant stated that when she arrived, she observed their child to be in the bed with a blanket fully covering the child's face. The complainant stated that she pointed this out to the defendant, which upset him. The complainant stated that she then asked to remove the blanket from their baby's face, which the defendant refused. The complainant stated that she then moved towards the baby carriage to remove the blanket, to which the defendant stepped in her way and pushed her back. The complainant stated that she reacted by pushing him back. The complainant stated that the defendant then cocked back his arm and punched her in the face with a closed fist, striking her on her left forehead near her temple. The complainant stated that she felt pain from the punch. The complainant stated that the hospital staff overheard the commotion and escorted the defendant off the premises. The officers observed a small mark on the complainant's forehead where she stated she was struck.
Okay, Mr. Sims, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. It appears a protective order has been issued. I will get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will probably file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? Do we know whether she wants to have contact with him or not?
We have not been able to make contact.
Okay, I don't know if she wants to have contact with you, so at this point in time, I'm going to order you not to have any contact with her and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate this, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. I will do everything in my power to protect every single person in this county. Do you understand, Mr. Sims?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Wright, and she will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me that you've gone AWOL, she can't get a hold of you, you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for that. Don't pick up any new cases. It will not go well if you do. For now, we'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we generate your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please. Joshua Rosas.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rosas, you're charged with harassment. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 20th, officers were dispatched to a burglary of a residence in progress located at 12719 Greenshire, Houston, Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated that on Friday, she ended her dating relationship with the defendant. The defendant continued to call and text her throughout the day. The complainant stated that the defendant showed up unannounced at the listed location and attempted to enter the residence through the bathroom window. The complainant explained that the defendant opened the bathroom window and threw a stick inside the home. Officers observed multiple calls and text messages on the complainant's phone. On March 16th, 2025, there were 3 missed calls. On March 17th, 2025, 1 missed call. And on March 19th, 2025, an estimated 109 or more missed calls. The officers noted text messages from the complainant on March 16th, 2025 with statements saying, "Leave me alone and please don't bother me anymore." The officers observed approximately 69 text messages from the defendant to the complainant on March 19th, 2025. The complainant stated she is in fear for her safety.
Mr. Rosas, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to attempt any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. I don't want you to go within 1,000 feet of where this person lives or where this person works. If I find that you do, I will put you in jail, and I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to make your bond so high you'll have hair falling out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
will protect every person in my county. I don't care what color, who you are. Do you understand? Do you have the red pen in this case? When is the last time you talked to her? Is it continuing?
So, Judge, we haven't spoken to her yet. I did post a phone call. I haven't heard back from her. That being said, our victim assistance coordinator is in contact with her.
I'd
So
like
we
to
can
know if it's still continuing, because if it is, I'm going to put a monitor on his ankle. If it is stopped, then I'm not going to. So perhaps maybe later on, you guys, if you don't mind reaching out just to make sure that it's stopped, and we'll go from there. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Rosas? Sorry?
Say that again?
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Can I get an appointed one?
You have to qualify. We don't give them like it's candy on Halloween. You have to actually qualify. So what I can do is I can have Deputy Miranda give you an application. I need to know everything about you. How much money you make a month, how much money you have in the bank, what kind of car you drive. Fill it out, put everything on there, and then I'll take a look to see if you do, then I'll give you a lawyer. I'll have you go with Deputy Miranda now. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Please.
Go ahead and sign for your reset. All right, Judge, next is page 8. Paul?
So
Come on
do you
up.
mind filing those conditions, please? No contact, no weapons, no going within 1,000 feet. Good morning, Ms. Hall.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Oh, you're also charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On March 19th, 2025, an officer observed a vehicle on Northwest Freeway in Harris County, Texas. The defendant was stopped at a red light when the officer was stopped at a red light when the officer's traffic signal changed to green. The officer began to go through the intersection and observed a vehicle at a high rate of speed disregard a solid red light. A traffic stop was initiated. The defendant refused to stop and continued to accelerate from units to actively evade and lose units. The defendant ran a red light and made a left turn, then traveled
the wrong way through a U-turn, then continued down the street at a high rate of speed. The officers continued to pursue the defendant with emergency equipment activated at speeds over 100 miles per hour. The defendant continued to accelerate through multiple red lights, turned her headlights off, and drove in circles under the highway and drove the wrong way on the service road while attempting to evade from the officers. The pursuit came to an end when the defendant turned onto a dead-end road. The defendant tried to go around the officer's vehicle and struck the front end of the patrol vehicle. The defendant evaded for approximately 5 to 4 miles. A loaded handgun was found in the glove box of her vehicle.
So I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run her license, see if she has a license, please?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive maniacally again. If I find that you drive like this, I'm going to put you in jail the first thing, and then I will take your ability to drive away from you permanently while this case is open. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I am ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons.
Her driver's license is eligible to go.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
I have a court appointed already. I met with her Monday when I came to court.
That may be in your felony case, but just because you have one in a felony case doesn't mean that you have one here.
Okay,
So-
may I apply for one?
Okay, I'll give you, Deputy Miranda, I'll give you an application. I'm gonna have you sign a receipt with Victoria Webb. Take a seat in the jury box while we generate your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign them,
Yes, sir.
please. You're Mr. Walker. Sir, Detrick Walker.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you can afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
All right. On Wednesday, March 19th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a call for service at 10219 Rolston Lane in Harris County, Texas, regarding disturbance. Upon the arrival, the officer spoke to the complainant. The complainant and the defendant had been roommates since January of this year, and the complainant stated that her boyfriend, the defendant's brother, were arguing about his friend being in their house as they were in the bedroom. All of a sudden, the defendant walked into her room and started talking about rent money. The complainant stated that the defendant started getting in her face, but she was backed away because she was afraid that the defendant would hit her. The defendant ended up grabbing the right side of her jeans and pulling her off the bed and dropped her to the ground, causing pain on her back. The complainant stated the defendant threatened her, stating, "I will break your jaw and make you call 911. The defendant stated her boyfriend and her friend separated to prevent a further altercation and that she wanted to press charges.
Mr. Walker, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. A protective order has been issued in this case. You need to get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and probably will file additional charges against you. It's one of the worst cases as you can pick up a violation of protective order. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will protect my county at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are. I will put you in jail and make your bond sky high. You become a problem and you endanger my community. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire lawyers, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. I'll then have you take a seat in the jury box. We'll get your bond conditions, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. Please.
It's the last one.
Okay. Ready? So can you file no contact? From
Yes, sir.
Ms. Zambrano, that you were facing up to 6 months in jail and or, I'm sorry, up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do silent. Safe channel will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one.
Quiet for the interpreter. On March 19th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a nail salon in Harris County, Texas. The officer spoke to the complainant, who stated that she had just finished getting her nails done at the nail salon and accidentally left her phone in
por su
seat 3.
teléfono en la silla número 3.
The complainant
El
returned to the
quejante
nail
regresó
salon
allí
and asked if anyone would
y
help find
preguntó
her
si
phone.
le ayudarían a buscar su teléfono.
No one helped,
Nadie le
so
ayudó,
the
entonces
complainant
la
called the
quejante
police.
le llamó a la policía.
The officer
El
reviewed
oficial
video
revisó
footage.
el video
The complainant's
y el
phone
quejante, el
in a silver phone
teléfono
case
en un
was
coso
laying on the
estaba
handrest of
allí
seat
en
3.
el asiento del número 3.
The video
El
showed the
video
defendant
demostró que la
placed
demandada
2
puso
binders
dos
on top of the
cosas
complainant's
arriba
phone
del teléfono de la
and
quejante
moved
y
both
movió los
binders
dos
along with the phone.
libros junto con el teléfono.
The defendant
La
later handed the
demandada
phone
le
to
dio
her
el
12-year-old
teléfono
daughter.
a la niña de 12 años.
The defendant
La
denied
demandada
having the phone.
negó haber tenido el teléfono.
The defendant's
La
daughter stated
demandada,
that
la
the
hija,
phone was
dijo que el teléfono
located
está
in the
localizado
trunk of the defendant's
el
vehicle
vehículo
and
en la
returned it to
cajuela
the
y se
complainant.
lo regresó a la
The
quejante.
value of the
El valor
phone
del
was
teléfono era
$1,200.
de $1,200.
Daughter today.
No, Judge.
Zambrano, I'm going
Señora
to
Zambrano,
sufficient
voy a
probable cause to go
averiguar que
forward
es
with the
suficiente
case.
razón culpatoria
I'm
para
now
seguir
ordering you
con
as a condition of your
ahorita tomado
bond
como
not to have
condición de
any
su función.
contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to go back to this location. And I tell you now, I usually order no contact with any other parties to this case, which would include your 12-year-old daughter.
Hija de 12 años.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons as well.
Para armas de juego igualmente.
No place called.
En lugar de uno se nombraba
Sorry, Judge. It's not stated in the office report, but I'm looking it up right now. Campbell. Nails for you.
nails for you.
You're not to go back to nails. You are not to go back to nails for you. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until this case is over with. And then they ship you off to immigration. Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
If I find that you pick up any new cases, you violate any of these conditions, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail.
Encarcelarla.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
Por su propio abogado, señora. Sí. Yes.
You're going to reset,
Le vamos
to
a
give
dar
you time to
una
hire a
fecha para
lawyer.
ocupar un
So
abogado.
have you sign a reset in Victoria. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. Do not pick up any new cases. Do not endanger my community, otherwise it will not go well for
Si
you.
no le va a ir muy bien.
Please.
Working on CJ Steers.
Okay.
We were here yesterday. He went into the drug test, came back negative.
Wonderful.
So we would ask the court if the court would be open to amending the deferred conditions to include obtain a valid driver's license and obtain a GED.
Come up, Mr. Spears. Good job testing negative. That's great. Wonderful. I'm happy to acquiesce. That's great. Really. So look, I'm not asking much, man. All we want you to do is things the right way. And when you do, good things happen. Just get your license, get your insurance, and then your high school diploma. That's it. And I'll make it. Does he have anything else to do on the probation?
I don't think.
I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. The minute you get your high school diploma and you got that gun class done, I'll cut you loose. You're done. You're off paper. Literally done with everything. Get the high school diploma, do that gun class, you're off. I'll take you off early. The minute you got all that stuff done. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Good job. Just do things the right way.
When he gets the driver's license, valid insurance, all specific case, and then
See that? I mean, you're holding everything in your own hand. You're holding the dismissals and everything. The quicker you do it, the quicker you're out of here. All right?
Sir.
Okay?
All right, thank
Done.
you.
So, I don't know, you want to reset it like 30 days or so? You tell me.
There's enough time.
It's gonna, I don't know how long it'll take, you know?
Can we make it a little bit longer, but if he gets it before, then all to
But,
best.
I mean, you're obviously too old to get back into high school, so you're just gonna have to do the GED, you know, equivalency. Just test it, see what you can do, and if you can pass it and they give it to you, money, you know?
Would 60 days be okay with the court?
Sure.
Okay. All right, thank you, Judge. All right, thanks, Rich.
All right, good job, Mr. Spears.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I got you.
Yep. Hey, I was appearing for Mr. Yes. Let me see here. The gentleman we sent to go get the evaluation. Mr. Adrian Flores. We sent him for do the TRAS. Can you hear me, Judge?
Yeah.
And then I think during the TRAS, Judge, yesterday, the day before, he started hearing voices. There was some problem and couldn't complete the TRAS.
What was the last name again?
Flores. I've got the number. Well,
Oh,
think it's
he's not on docket today though, Harold, huh?
no, he's off docket. Victoria wanted me to Zoom with you and just talk with about it.
Do you have a cost number?
I have a SPIN number,
I'll take it.
03
Uh-huh.
01
Uh-huh.
6971.
And I think I think the letter styled it as he was refusing, but I think he was having a problem. I mean, I wasn't there, but just the way she described it, that's kind of what.
It sounds like he was in a psychosis, like he was having hallucinations and preoccupied, just unable to like engage.
Have they not evaluated him for any kind of medication?
We can't give him medication. His competency evaluation came back and he was competent, so we sent him to do the TRAS.
So let's recomp him then, you know? I guess we should have him reevaluated, Harold.
Okay.
You know, I don't know what else we can do. We can ask for a different, you know, someone different to evaluate.
Sure. About that, there's just a problem.
Are you okay with that?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine because I think
So
I mean maybe
let's put him on for tomorrow. That way we can get the order done, and then I can try to expedite it so we get it done as quick as possible.
okay. You mean for Monday maybe? It's Friday, right?
Say
No, wait.
again?
Today's Thursday. Today's Thursday. I'm sorry.
Or can you be here tomorrow? Or you want to do Monday?
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be again here in Fort Bend County, and I've got 5 cases here in Fort Bend County in the morning.
You want to do Monday?
I could zoom in a little later, but I could definitely. Monday's kind of busy. If I could zoom in, Judge, that'd be fine.
Yes, of course. Well, that's why we have it, Harold.
Yeah,
Just, you know,
sure.
make it easy. Of course you can.
That'd be great.
You want to do it tomorrow or when?
Sure, that'd be. We can do it tomorrow, but I think he's not in the holdover today.
No, they're on docket Monday. If he files the orders on Friday.
You know, if you do the orders today, file it tomorrow, I can sign it tomorrow and we can try to expedite it. But the main thing is that we need the orders filed. I mean, and we don't need him, theoretically, we don't need him here for you to file the order. You can just file it. And then sign it and we can just set the process going. We really don't even need him here to do it, you know? I just need you to file the order and then I can sign it and we'll reach out to whoever to expedite it.
All right, I'll do that.
So you want to leave it on for Monday and just you file the order tomorrow?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, done. Just do that.
Yes, sir.
then.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you, Judge. My excuse.
Let me know.
You have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Take care.
Thank you, yes, sir.
Okay, you ready? Hi.
Well, this way I'll come back. Yeah. You want to wait for a dresser, so you please, or. Yes.
Hi, Ray. What's new, man? Are we hearing your girl?
Guy? Yes. The other day you and I spoke, and you said you you emailed pretrial about it and said, let's wait to see what pretrial says before.
I haven't even seen it.
No, I haven't seen anything back either. But we had agreed not to put it on for Friday. I failed to tell Victoria not to put it on for Friday, so it's on for tomorrow.
I just wanted to make sure you balance what you wanted to do.
What are we doing? I mean,
So this is the one, it's a BVR with whatever.
when do we put it on?
So it's for April 30th was the next reset date. We wanted to see if there was anybody that could tell us what the lab reports.
I forgot to even look to see if they replied to me. When I looked.
I haven't seen, unless he didn't reply to all, I haven't seen anything, but it doesn't mean they didn't reply to all.
You know, replied.
Yeah, so I think it would kind of be fruitless to even have anything until we know a little bit more as far as are those medications.
Find out who the supervisor of the hit.
I think we would just need to subpoena somebody from Aver Health to come testify about it because it's, from what I've been told, it gets sent out to Aver Health and somebody there would be somebody who could tell us whether it was a false positive.
Who's in charge of pretrial services again? Who's like the head person?
Her name is Natalie. I can't pronounce her last name.
I know who you're talking about. Okay, let me email her.
Okay, so can we take it off for tomorrow until we get a response on this?
Let's set it, because I don't want to forget about it. So how about we set it for a week and I'll waive the appearance?
That's fine.
And then
Did you want to put it on for?
Thursday, next Thursday.
Thursday, the 3rd, April 3rd?
You okay with that?
Well, because it's a BVR, the Friday.
Whatever you want. I don't care.
Thursday's fine. Thursday would be better for me because Friday I don't have anything, so.
No, well, let's set it for Friday.
Oh, come on. That's messed up.
All right,
So-
right. Happy Friday.
Okay, Thursday.
John or Harold, wait.
Oh, it's the BVR.
Can you hear me?
You said waived, right, Judge?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, Judge, so Victoria was telling me I have a guy named Ortega that I'm attached to, but I've looked, I don't believe I have a client named Ortega. Do you know what case number this is or?
You mean for the one that we were talking about earlier?
No, that was Mr. Flores. But
Okay,
this
who are
is,
you talking about?
Someone named Ortega.
Ortega. Are you telling me that you have an Ortega on the docket?
I don't, but Victoria was telling me that I'm attached.
The attorney is James Landry now. They're spelled different.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a completely different person, man.
My bad.
So Victoria says she's sorry. Don't worry,
No
we'll put her on probation.
No,
Yeah.
house arrest.
Yo,
House arrest, please.
really? Thanks, Harold. It's not you. It's someone
No,
else.
no problem. I just want to make sure it wasn't me, but thank you so much for calling me.
Thanks, friend.
You have a good day.
You too. John D.
Blaze is taking the.
That's on me too. I should have called it.
Judge, did you just call
Yeah,
Johnny?
hey. Okay,
Hey,
so
Judge,
John,
I'm listening, Judge.
you got Hunter back there.
No, page 39, white.
No, no, no,
Sorry,
no.
White.
What? Yeah, so basically I came in and I talked to Richard yesterday. His felony is 4-8 and Rich was going to evaluate it. And, I can set it for trial and he thinks that, he's going to talk to felony and see if he can, do something else with it. But I know it's on your docket for a while. We've been carrying.
What do you
it with the
say? What do you
felony.
think?
So, I mean,
Kind of sucks that it's a mischief, though.
right.
He's been in custody forever, though. I mean,
Right, and he's,
Restitutions.
and that's the thing, Judge, I think he's stuck in there on the felony, it's a state jail, I think he was just.
He's stuck in there on our case, too.
In our case.
He didn't make $100 bond.
Yeah, so. And I think, Your Honor, I was trying to get a hold of the complainant, I know it's old.
What's the alleged mischief?
It is, Your Honor,
It's a hotel room, Judge.
yeah, there was a hotel room,
He also a vehicle.
he also had a vehicle, so he punctured a tire on the complainant's vehicle, 235, and then there was a.
I don't know, you want to set it for 4-9? And then that's the
I'm
last.
fine with that,
reset?
Judge.
Okay. We have an offer on there, but I told John that I can evaluate it, see if felony.
Okay, do that. Let's have a decision hopefully by.
I will have to do
All right, we'll set it for 4/9, day after.
You got it, Judge. That's perfect. I think that's the only one in question. Everything else.
No, you got
was-
Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter, I think we're waiting for 911, Judge, and I think the state was still evaluating
That's an
that.
early case.
Yeah, it's an early case. I didn't think there was an issue on that one.
May 6th through 8th.
May 6th through the 8th. Wait, May?
Just pick,
Only
just,
93 days old. So it's like.
We're already in May?
I did some.
What
June,
the
too.
hell? June?
Yeah, for arraignments, 2 months out.
Holy moly.
So sure.
So what do you say, John?
yeah, whatever, Victoria, just pick a date. I'm good with it.
7, May 7th.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay, so Mike is good to go back.
is that it? We done?
That's it, Judge. That's it.